So the next question that you want to ask yourself is what excites you every day? And to be really present and understand the answer to this question will help you tap on the things that will recharge you when you need to get your energy levels up to achieve the things that you want to achieve. So for me, for example, one thing that excites me every day is growing up, evolving, showing up confident in places where I used to doubt myself. For example, meetings with customers is something that really used to have me second guessing every word that I would say. And now I am so confident and I have the energetic authority over each word that I am saying. And that makes me feel really excited, not just because I feel like I'm doing a really good job, but also because I can sense just how much I have grown up. And that really excites me. Um, Poetry and art. I like writing a lot. I write books, poems, articles. It is just something that I'm really passionate about and helps me connect with my creativity on an everyday basis. Finding beauty in pain and lessons in challenges. There's always something to be thankful for down every road. I connect that also a lot with poetry. I tend to write it down every time that I'm facing what I perceive to be as a challenge or as something bad. I just think that finding the poetry around it really helps me connect with a greater sense of being thankful for everything. Um, Community, friends, hacks, kisses, animals, nature. These are just things that make me feel really good, that make me smile. And so I know if at some point something happens and I am feeling somehow, let's say, sad, taking a walk around nature will light me up. And it is so important for me to have that presence because then I can manage what to do regarding like my moment in time, right? Getting rich, sensing the abundance, unlocking doors for others to be free. It is obviously what would excites me about getting rich and sensing the abundance. But the most important thing for me is that what really excites me is to have the capacity to help others, to unlock doors to new opportunities that wouldn't have been there for them before. So that is something that really excites me every day and keeps me moving forward and keeps me wanting to achieve more. Laugh out loud, breaking free from bad habits. I will go back to habits time and time and again because really they do have an impact, so much of an impact that even if you were going to be, for example, a very successful person, if in a given week you are eating junk food, sleeping less, embarking on toxic conversations, you will just feel like your overall state of being is not as good as it could be. And on the other hand, if you're not in a place in your life where you want to be, but you're eating healthy, you're sleeping well, you're engaging in positive conversations, you will just have an energy and an aura around you that will define your life for the greater. And I cannot stress this enough. Your habits have a lot of potential to get to where you want to go in life. Don't ever underestimate them. Storytelling, owning the narrative. I tell stories every time, even if it's a BI dashboard full of financial data. I know there's a story to be told around that, and I encourage you to try and do the same. Our brains actually activate different parts when we're hearing a story than when we're going over data and facts. So if you really want to get your message across, try with a story. And about owning the narrative, if you have had something that has happened to you in life that you had labeled as negative and that you feel like in one way or another has either traumatized you or in one way or another blocked your energy, it is a good way to just write it down and decide how you want to frame that story and owning the narrative of the events that happen. Remember that you are not a victim. You are actually in charge of your own life. So owning the narrative might help you so much. So really think about it. What excites you every day? And once you're done thinking about that, you might want to think also what is the truth that you're afraid to admit? For me, is that I have a big ego and it gets in the way when it stops me from being vulnerable. Your ego, it's not a bad thing. Its main objective it is to protect you. But remember that we don't live our lives in a battlefield. We don't always need to have the guard up. And sometimes being vulnerable is what really helps us communicate well with others. So for me, I have that the ego that sometimes gets in the way. And that is the truth that I'm afraid to admit sometimes. Also, I can be too much of a people pleaser just to be liked and approved. Um, so this also leads me to hold back from uncomfortable conversations because I really just want to be liked and appreciated, and that can lead me to be too much of a people pleaser sometimes. So I know that that is the truth that I am sometimes afraid to admit. And from 2024, I really do want to have that present. So I can sense that, I can see that, and it allows me to act in a different way than what I would act if I wouldn't be aware of it. So, what is the truth that you are afraid to admit?